Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paolo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Ayutin Sai in tonight's Game Plan. We'll catch up with F2 Logistics cargo movers setter Kim Fajardo about her squad and teammates in the national team pool.
We'll also get to know the next generation players for the 2021 Philippines women's volleyball team through the eyes of UST head coach Kung Fu Reyes. And we'll break down the keys to winning for the Malditas as they face Hong Kong, the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game.
In God's perfect time, that's what we last heard from the F2 Logistics on their inclusion in the Premier Volleyball League. After more than a year of not seeing them on court, tonight we catch up with the cargo mover setter Kim Fajardo. Cap, welcome to the game. Kumusta na kayo? May mga reports about an injury. Anong pwedeng ma-share tungkol dito? Miss na miss kayo ng fans.
Oo nga po eh. So ayun, okay naman po kami. Tuloy-tuloy yung program. Hindi naman po kami pinapabayaan ng coach namin. Palagi silang nagbibigay ng program and yun, tuloy-tuloy talaga yung ensayo. Kahit ngayon, on break kami po sa bubble.
Well, Kim, you know, before F2 announced that they were going to pull out, obviously injuries were a problem, especially for you. Could you tell us a bit about yung condition mo ngayon, what you had to do to recover, and if you can, I guess, let everyone know, kamusta ka naman?
Ako? Ngayon yung focus ko po kasi talaga yung tuhod ko. So, tuloy-tuloy yung pagbibigay ng mga PTs and ni coach ng mga coaches namin ng programs para sa tuhod, and then para maayos po yung mga treatment, tsaka makareceive kami ng maayos na treatment sa labas po. Kaya ayun, so far so good naman. Okay naman po kami. Tsaka okay din ako sa pakiramdam ko ngayon.
Yeah, but I'm sure there was a lot of talk happening when F2 announced that they were not able to join the PVL in the most recent season. Can you tell us a bit about what happened within the team nung nalaman nyo that you won't be able to join in this particular conference?
Yeah, actually, kinausap naman po kami before mag-announce. Pero, syempre, di maiiwasan yung medyo masama yung loob. Kasi syempre, 1 year ka naghintay, gustong-gusto mo na maglaro, tapos andyan na yung liga, tapos hindi kayo nakasali. So parang nakaka-down naman talaga yan. Pero in the end naman, natanggap din naman namin kasi alam namin para sa team din namin. So, ayun po.
And yun talagang nakaka-inspire eh. Kasi talaga makakita ka ng mga teams na their safety is their priority. Diba? And you know what, moving forward, we also have F2 players, Caf, in the national team. We have KKD, Majoy Baron, we have Chang Abi, we have Don Macandili, our sole libero, Tin Chamzon, our young gun. Can you tell us about them? Ano yung mga pwede nilang baunin para sa national team?
Baunin talaga. Hindi, sa akin feel ko, unang-una, galing sila kay RDJ. Siyempre,
Yeah.
Coach Romilian. Alam natin yung lahat. So, tapos yung pangalawa, galing sila sa champion team. So, parang hindi sila basta-basta magpapatalo. So, feel ko, yun talaga. Sila talaga kukuha. Doon sila hugot ng talaga. Ayun.
And Gaf, meron akong follow-up question doon with Majoy, Don, and Chang Abi's experience in the ASEAN Grand Prix before. How crucial was their experience sa national team na may bibigay nila for this league this month?
Feel ko kasi yung experience nila, tapos yung maturity din sa game. Kasi mga mga parang veterano sila sa mga international games. So, since may mga bago silang kasama sa team ngayon, mostly din may mga bata eh. So, madadala nila doon, matuturo nila, tsaka syempre magiging model sila doon sa team na yun ngayon. Kasi young guns din eh, tsaka ang dami rin bago eh. So ayun, feel ko talagang sila talaga yung gagayahin ng mga bagong pasok, tsaka bagong bata doon sa loob.
Syempre, you talked about the young guns and there's one young gun in particular in that group, si Tin Chamzon. Can you tell us a bit about her, kung anong madadala niya sa national team?
Si Tintin kasi, nakasama ko yan mula rookie siya hanggang sa makagraduate. So, nakita ko yung growth niya. Super persistent ng batang yan. Kahit nahihirapan siya, tuloy-tuloy pa rin talaga yung training niya hanggang ma-perfect niya yung ganitong galaw. So, super eager to learn nung bata talaga. So, feel ko yun talaga yung madadala niya. Tsaka super happy at tsaka proud ako na nandyan siya. Kaya nga super, feel ko talaga deserve niyang nandyan siya. Kasi nakita ko yung paghihirap niya. Kasi pinagdaanan ko rin yung hirap na yun under Coach RDJ. So, parang yun, feel ko yung hirap na dinaanan niya. So, deserve niya talaga na nandyan siya.
Did you give any words of advice to her in particular nung nalaman mo na she was part of the pool?
As former kapitana,
Oh, as former kapitana, of course.
Hindi na kami masyado nakapag-usap, pero alam ko naman na kaya niya talaga. So, yun na.
Okay. Alright, actually, may question ako dito na parang pang slam book ay. I'm gonna name each of your teammates and I want you to describe them in one word, okay? So, what word you want to use? Ikaw nang bahala doon. Alright, so let's start first with Don.
Don, fearless.
Fearless. Okay.
Alam natin.
Pick the next one.
Okay, we have Chang Abby.
Chang Abby. Dedicated. Super.
Dedicated. Super dedicated. Pwede. Majoy.
Enjoy. Yung maturity. Mature.
Okay. KKD.
KKD. Hindi, nauubusan na. Reliable.
Ano yung reliable?
Kasi si Kiana,
Oo.
kahit anong bigay mo na play dyan, oo lang yan. Sige, bigay mo, papaluin ko. Ganun lang.
Team
parang,
player.
ano mo siya ilagay? Okay, go. Ganun.
Grabe. Adaptable for sure. And of course, the last but not least, Tin.
Yeah, yun, sabi ko nga na super persistent ng bata. So, yeah.
And narinig namin sa mga reports, Kaf, na in God's timing daw kayo. And you said that it's not a no, but just a not yet. So, sabi din nila na yung sistema nyo daw, it's really preparing for the utmost level of readiness. Kaya, alam mo yun, tatanungin ko na sa'yo to ngayon. Are you guys ready to play, makipagbakbakan ulit bilang F2 Logistics Cargo Movers sa susunod?
No pressure, ah.
Kasi yun, we heard reports din na PNVF, if ever, debut sa PVL. Ano yung mga pwede mong chika sa amin?
Sagutin ko yung una mong question. Siguro, sana, sa akin sana, I hope sana talaga malapit na maging okay yung team. Pero kasi lahat naman ng ginagawa ng team, ng management, is leaning towards dun sa pagiging okay tsaka mas better na F2 team gaya nung sinabi nga namin nung naglabas kami ng statement. So yun na lang muna ngayon. Tapos
Okay.
regarding naman sa mga liga, yung sa PNBF, hindi ko pa sure kasi wala pa namang sinasabi din yung management. Tsaka
Okay.
yung mostly yung core namin kasi nasa national team pa. So I guess hihintayin din namin sila makabalik. Tsaka syempre yung connection din. Marami pang kailangan i-polish. Hindi lang naman yung injury. Meron pang mga polishing ng skills tsaka connection. So feel ko ganun.
Kim, you know what? We're excited to see F2 return to action and we can't wait to cover it. I will probably be there near all of you, bugging you every other day. Kaya mamanda ka na lang. Okay, that will be the biggest challenge, whatever competition that you do. Thank you very much. We hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Now, when we return, we'll chat with the DLSU football legend ahead of the Malditas big matchup against Hong Kong in the Asian Cup qualifiers. Stay tuned. You're watching the game. Welcome back. You're watching the game. I'm Paulo de Rosario. As our country's top female football players get set to face Hong Kong in the Asian Cup qualifiers, it's time to get to know some of the Malditas who are also proud athletes of the green and white. Join us to talk about the DLSU Lady Booters on the national squad, as well as their keys to winning, is DLSU Sports Hall of Famer, the legendary Coach Hans-Peter Smith. Coach, kumusta ka naman?
Hi, good evening, guys. How are you?
We're good,
Good.
Coach. And Coach, thank you very much for taking our call. I know that this is more, I guess, PG than what you're used to in terms of the language that we're going to use on the show. But I'm sure you're
Oh,
excited.
language, no problem.
No, please don't. So we know that you're excited to see the Malditas in action, of course, and to tell us about the players that you have in this lineup in particular. So let's start first, Coach, with the ates of the group. You have your former Lady Booters in the Malditas. That's Ina Palacios, Chelo Hodges, and Sara Castañeda. And I find it interesting about Ina in particular kasi kapitana siya eh. And at the same time, she's the goalkeeper. But then when you're a goalkeeper, you're normally far away from the action. And yet, her leadership extends all throughout the field. Can you tell us about her and the rest of your more senior ates there?
Well, actually, that's a misconception regarding captain balls for football teams. In international, there's a lot of captains or goalkeepers. It's more of the leadership and the seniority. Okay, and whoever's been there the longest. Because like Ina would know how to handle her players, you know what I'm saying, put them in line and all that. And she has the experience. She has the most experience of all the players in the lineup. So, and her leadership on the court, on the field, it can be heard. She can be heard all the way up to the forward position. So, there's no letdown on being a goalkeeper as the captain ball. So that's a wrong misconception. That's a misconception, Pao. So doesn't really matter who the goalkeeper is or who the captain ball is. It's more of experience and seniority.
Of course. And Coach, when we talk about si Hodges and Castañeda in particular is graduating, what do they bring to this team?
Oh, well, number one, Sarah, as I've seen when she was still, 7 years old, I discovered her and saw her when she was still 7. She's very big at the midfield position. She controls. If you notice that she goes all over where the ball is, and she asks for it because she knows what to do with the ball. I would say 90% of her passes are very positive. Okay, the last game she made one mistake, or two, wherein she made a weak pass and was intercepted. But you know that's to be expected in a 90-minute match anyway. Well, Chelo Hodges, she's a utility, a very strong utility. In the LSU, I used her all. I used her in the wings. I used her as a striker. I used her when I had injuries at the back line. I would use her as a sweeper because that's what she used to play before in Bacolod. When in her high school days, she was a defender. Well, if you play for the LSU, you should be able to play all the positions, and this helps her a lot. That's why I'm not surprised why she was also chosen again for the national team now, because Coach Mauro can definitely use her in different positions.
You know, it's funny because Coach Hunter was saying that she only made one mistake. So yes, he is literally counting every mistake that you make throughout the entire 90 minutes on the field.
Actually, Pao, I made sermon Ina a while ago. I texted her. I told her you made a mistake. You made that one mistake. You're back again at it again. And she promised me, no, I will do much better tomorrow. Sabi niya. I mean, of course, these are my girls. I always call them my girls. Whatever team they play for, and I also want to see them play the 100%.
And yun, Coach, kanina we were talking about the ates. Now, let's move to the current Lady Booters, the younger Malditas. We have Anika Castañeda, Sarah's sister. We have Tara Shelton, Alicia Del Ocampo, and May Mendano. What can you say about these?
Mendano,
yes.
yes.
These younger girls, yung potential nila.
Actually, Alicia Del Campo, I recruited her when she was still in high school, and I told her already years ago, and she can confirm this. I said, don't feel too bad if you're not chosen for the youth teams when she was, 13, 14 years old. I said, don't worry about that. You come to me, yabang, you know? You come to me, and I assure you, you will play with the women already. You will not play down the youth since she's still young. Okay, I think she's still the youngest. She's still younger than Maye. But Maye Mendano, she is how you say, the youngest recruit from this batch of the young ones from DLSU. She's from Tondo. I think she's the first female player from Tondo that has gone this far. I've seen her. And I have a story about Maye. Chelo Hodges, Iris Navaja, who used to play also for the national team, and Christine Duran, also who played for the national team before, all from Bacolod, told me about when they went to church. I don't know what church they go to, but they go to a church and they saw Maye. They saw her play before one time, indoor football and all that, and they told me about her. So I said, bring her along, one practice, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
After I saw her touch the ball, how confident she is with the ball, I had no second thoughts. I recruited her in right away. I didn't care anymore about the budget that I have or the slots that I have. I just said, I need to get her, and rightfully so that she was chosen by Coach Maro to join the national team down in Uzbekistan. I'm very happy for her. I'm very proud. I think she will play tomorrow. I think she will play tomorrow. Maybe not in the position that she's used to because of the talent that we have in the lineup, no?
Yeah.
So, but like I said, if you come play for DLSU, you should be able to play in different positions.
Yes.
Tara, I'm so happy for Tara because she played very well. Maybe she was tired. That's why she was substitute.
Yeah.
She was replaced in the second half. Tara, it's about time that she gets to play in first 11 because she's been with the national team since way back.
Yeah, she's been there for a while. And Coach, speaking about the national team right now, obviously you already gave your keys to winning for the Malditas against Hong Kong. I'm gonna rifle through them really quickly here. So there's first off, there's possession and you control the midfield. Second, you said attack. We'll get to that in just a bit, and of course, confidence in oneself and teammates. And alam mo, based on what Coach Hans is telling us about his players, you could see just how parang father figure siya, no? Parang grandfather
these are my
figure.
girls,
These are my
Oy,
girls.
father na lang, father. Wag naman grandfather.
Father figure. Pero Coach, so the team, the Malditas only need to draw to advance. Pero yung second piece of advice mo is to attack.
Yeah.
Can you try and connect those thoughts for us here, especially if the team only needs a draw to advance?
Yeah. Before that, I predicted that Nepal and Hong Kong would draw because I said that would be the best scenario for us.
Yeah.
Okay. And they drew. Actually, they really drew. So I was so happy when I saw the news this morning. No. Well, attack. I think the first game against Nepal. Well, it was a disappointing first half, okay? But one good thing about these girls that we have, they never stopped. Even way back, years back, they never gave up also. Because there was a game, I forgot, one of the Middle Eastern teams, where Sarah won the shot, made the shot, who just took the shot on, without really planning. Because Sarah she's the passer.
Yeah.
That's why, sometimes I get mad at her when she doesn't want to take the shot. Now, attack. They need to have that mindset because they cannot be taking this too relaxed. A draw is good, but why go for a draw when you go for a win? Besides, you go for the win and you have the attacking mentality. Taking shots, whatever. This will do better for them. This will augment, their performance in India, which they would need because they'll be playing stronger teams, right?
Yeah.
So they need to start now. Beating another team in the international venue is a big deal, especially for these girls. They would really love to win at a good, not by one or whatever.
Yeah.
They can because before the girls left, like the CAMPO, MENDANO, Tara, before they left, I gave them a word of advice, to play with composure and be confident, regardless of how many minutes you get to play. Okay? So, or even if you don't get to play, just be ready at any given time because it's a national team.
Yeah.
And Coach Maro has his own, his own game plan. But on the attack, that's why if you keep possession in the midfield, you control the game.
Yes.
Okay? But possession alone will never win the game.
That's true. It's you can have the ball, but it all depends on what you do with it. And Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Sure.
And can I just say, Coach, with the way that you talked about your girls and the confidence that you have in them, pati si Ai dito na-inspire eh. She's now more confident and motivated to push on in our future endeavors. So, Coach, salamat po for joining us, and we can't wait to hear from you soon.
Thank you for having me. See you guys.
And we're all wishing the Malditas the best of luck as they face Hong Kong for a spot in the 2022 AFC Asian Cup. After the break, we'll also get to know the next generation players for the 2021 Philippines women's volleyball team through the eyes of UST head coach Kung Fu Reyes. Stay tuned. You're watching the game. Welcome back to the game. I'm Paulo De Rosario. She's Aitin Sai. It's time for us to continue our discussion about the next generation players of our Philippine women's volleyball team. Now, the last time we had Coach Regine Diego on board, and tonight we welcome the head coach of the UST women's volleyball team, Coach Kung Fu Reyes, on the phone to give us his thoughts on some of the Golden Tigresses in the squad. Coach, kamusta ka naman?
Yeah, okay naman.
All right,
Thank
Coach.
you for
Coach,
having me.
I can hear your smile through the TV. It's incredible. Grabe. First of all, congratulations in advance for knowing that your girls are here, part of the national team, or at least in the mix for it. Just your quick thoughts muna on knowing that a lot of the players that you handled are part of this elite group.
Yun naman ang namin, intention na halos lahat ng coach na maging part ng national team yung mga homegrown talent natin from scratch, from zero. So dahil sa pagsisikap, so at least na-meet nila o na nakuha nila yung ini-aim nila na mga paglaro para sa national flag.
And yun, Coach, kung po simulan na natin kay Bernadette Pepito, ang tanong ko, kailangan ba talaga ng veteranong libero sa national team or sapat na ang prowess ni Bernadette together with Jen Nerva pagdating sa laro nila?
May factor pa rin ng very experienced or seasoned player sa libero. Pero siyempre meron tayong new blood, magkaroon ng siyempre, yung opportunity na ma-showcase din nila, mas younger, mas hunger, at siyempre, yung desire nila na makuha nila kung ano yung standard ng ina-idolize ng mga veterans libero natin. So, from that, malaking chance natin na siyempre yung pool ng national team para sa mga international competition, meron tayong may mga grupo tayo ng mga libero na pwede mag-compete para sa mga international team natin.
Coach, not a lot of people know kung sino si Bernadette Pepito, and when you talk about her and yung skill niya on the court, how good is she actually at anong yung ceiling niya sa tingin mo?
Siguro yung pagiging fourth-time best performer in the AD sa high school. So, it takes care. So, lalo ngayon, nagmamature na kahit pa paano, top na napasama pa dyan sa cut ng national team natin. So, malaking edge. Yun, para sa kanya kasi nga, bata mas dynamic pa gumalaw.
Yes.
Excited pa. So, marami pa siyang natututunan sa mga ate na mga libero.
And coach, meron ba kayong specific player coach moment ni Bernadette na nagsa-stand out sa memory niyo whenever you think about her?
Kasi, marami. Yung mga, alam mo yung, sa part sa yung mga coaches, alam mo yung mga halos, hindi, yung mga mga imposible na pwede mo, imposible na buhayin pa yung bola. Yung mga, may mga sila, may mga nagagawa silang gano'n. Which yun ang nagiging spark plug minsan na pwedeng ipanalo pa yung yung set o yung game mo itself. Kasi nga dun sa mga pagiging yung die hard na kumbaga sinalaban na yung katawan. Ipagsak sa sahig para mabuhay lang nila yung bola. So may mga ganun sila, may mga ganun siyang instinct na na kung paano lang ibabasahin ng player, doon ka nag-fix sa kanila. O sa kanya.
Well, Coach, now we move on to a more familiar name to at least the casual volleyball fans, si LAURE. How big do you think yung role niya sa team na to in terms of as a leader and of course yung role niya on the court?
With regards to area, nasa may mga seniors, kumbaga sa officer din sa group. Tapos yan na yung magiging bridge ng mga bata papunta sa taas. So ngayon, pagdating sa leadership, yung impact niya. So yung experience niya sa yung under 16 namin, tapos naging yung natin, yung late G Games natin itong 2019, bago magkaroon tayo ng ganitong sitwasyon. So magandang magandang experience para sa kanya na mas malaki yung may tutulong niya sa team ngayon. In terms of leadership, yun nga, siyempre yung output, yun ang importante. Saka siyempre yung chemistry niya dun sa team, mas madali.
Yes, and Coach, follow-up question kay Iya. Isang taon siyang hindi nakapaglaro. Sa tingin niyo may papakita niya pa yung pareho?
At least, almost, siyempre, 2 years na halos. Pero ngayon, siguro mas sabik maglaro yung mga yan.
Yeah.
Kaya, at least kahit pa paano, yung
konting
preparation ni BNDS para dito sa liga na darating.
Yeah.
Kaya, so, 4-3 na buwan, hindi naman sama yan. At least, sila, nakabubble sila eh. So, hopefully, yun nga, ma-meet nila yung standard o yung level na nila mangyari ngayong ngayong liga na sasalian. Kasi nga, ang tagal na panahon natin naghintay natin lahat ng kakataon.
Alright, Coach, actually that brings me to the next question. Si Aimee Hernandez in particular, I'm curious about yung difference in development niya compared to yung time niya sa UST and now with the national team. Siyempre, matagal din yung break. How do you think na apektuhan yung development niya, especially now working with the group sa national team?
Yeah, with the development naman ni Aimee, actually sa lahat ng player, meron naman kaming aside from yung sa nag-cut doon sila sa national team, meron naman kaming prior to that, meron kaming online training. So yung naalaga namin yung yung cardiovascular, yung condition ng katawan. Pero yun nga, nagkaroon ng chance na may tryout, tapos nag-direct. So siguro mas matataas ang level nitong mga to kasi nga handled by another great coaches, yung grupo nila, tapos meron tayong foreign coach. So, yung mga wisdom and knowledge na i-impart sa kanila, yun ang pinaka-importante doon eh. Kasi yung skills ando na ni-enhance na lang, so i-apply nila lahat ng matututunan nila at their highest level. So, mas magiging aggressive tong mga to. Yun ang nakikita namin dyan kasi nga, yung preparation maganda.
Yes, Coach. Obviously, a lot of knowledge for them to gain with all the great coaches. Coach, thank you very much for joining us.
Okay.
And hopefully next time we can have you here in person or at least makita namin kayo. Sayang naman yung ngiti mo.
Yeah.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Aitzen Sai.
I'm Paul Del Rosario. This has been The Game.